The people are counted. After the great sickness, the Lord spoke to Moses and Eleazar son of Aaron, the priest. He said, "Count all the people of Israel by families. Count all the men who are 20 years old or older. They will serve in the army of Israel." Moses and Eleazar the priests spoke to the people. They were on the plains of Moab near the Jordan River, across from Jericho. They said, "Count the men 20 years old or older." This is what the Lord commanded Moses. Here are the Israelites who came out of Egypt. The tribe of Reuben was counted. Reuben was the first son born to Israel. From Hanoch came the Hanochite family group. From Pallu came the Palluite family group. From Hezron came the Hezronite family group. From Carmi came the Carmite family group. These were the family groups of Reuben. The total number of men was 43,730. The son of Pallu was Eliab. Eliab's sons were Nemuel, Dathan and Abiram. Dathan and Abiram were the leaders who turned against Moses and Aaron. They followed Korah when he turned against the Lord. The earth opened up and swallowed them and Korah. They died when the fire burned up the 250 men. This was a warning. But the children of Korah did not die. These were the family groups in the tribe of Simeon. From Nemuel came the Nemuelite family group. From Jamin came the Jaminite family group. From Jakin came the Jakinite family group. From Zerah came the Zerahite family group. From Shaul came the Shaulite family group. These were the family groups of Simeon. The total number of men was 22,200. These were the family groups in the tribe of Gad. From Zephon came the Zephonite family group. From Haggai came the Haggite family group. From Shani came the Shanite family group. From Ajni came the Ajnite family group. From Eri came the Erite family group. From Arodi came the Arodite family group. From Areli came the Erelite family group. These were the family groups of Gad. The total number of men was 40,500. Two of Judah's sons, Er and Onan, died in Canaan. These were the family groups in the tribe of Judah. From Shelah came the Shilonite family group. From Perez came the Perizzite family group. From Zerah came the Zerahite family group. These were the family groups from Perez. From Hezron came the Hezronite family group. From Hamel came the Hamulite family group. These were the family groups of Judah. The total number of men was 76,500. These were the family groups in the tribe of Issachar. From Tola came the Tolate family group. From Puah came the Put family group. From Jashub came the Jashubite family group. From Shimron came the Shimronite family group. These were the family groups of Issachar. The total number of men was 64,300. These were the family groups in the tribe of Zebulun. From Seir came the Seirdite family group. From Elon came the Elonite family group. From Yalil came the Yalilite family group. These were the family groups of Zebulun. The total number of men was 60,500. These were the family groups of Joseph through Manasseh and Ephraim. These were the family groups of Manasseh. From Machir came the Machirite family group. Machir was the father of Gilead. From Gilead came the Gileadite family group. These were the family groups that came from Gilead. From Ezer came the Ezrite family group. From Helek came the Helkite family group. From Asriel came the Asrielite family group. From Shechem came the Shechemite family group. From Shemitah came the Shemitite family group. From Heper came the Heperite family group. Zelophehad son of Heper had no sons. He had only daughters. Their names were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah and Tirzah. These were the family groups of Manasseh. The total number of men was 52,700. These were the family groups in the tribe of Ephraim. From Shuthelah came the Shuthelahite family group. From Becher came the Becherite family group. From Tahan came the Tahanite family group. This was the family group from Shuthelah. From Aran came the Aranite family group. These were the family groups of Ephraim. The total number of men was 32,500. These are the family groups that came from Joseph. These were the family groups in the tribe of Benjamin. From Bela came the Belite family group. From Ashbel came the Ashbelite family group. From Ahiram came the Ahiramite family group. From Shupham came the Shuphamite family group. From Hupham came the Huphamite family group. These were the family groups from Bela through Ard and Naaman. From Ard came the Ardite family group. From Naaman came the Naamite family group. These were the family groups of Benjamin. The total number of men was 45,600. This was the family group in the tribe of Dan. From Shuham came the Shuhamite family group. That was the family of Dan. The total number of men in the Shuhamite family group of Dan was 64,400. These were the family groups in the tribe of Asher. From Imnah came the Imnite family group. From Ishvi came the Ishvite family group. From Berea came the Bereite family group. These were the family groups that came from Berea. From Heber came the Heberite family group. From Malchiel came the Malchielite family group. Asher also had a daughter named Sarah. These were the family groups of Asher. The total number of men was 53,400. These were the family groups in the tribe of Naphtali. From Yaziel came the Yazielite family group. From Guni came the Gunite family group. From Jezer came the Jezrite family group. From Shillem came the Shillemite family group. These were the family groups of Naphtali. The total number of men was 45,400. So the total number of the men of Israel was 601,730. The Lord said to Moses, "Divide the land among these people by the number of names. A large tribe will get more land, and a small tribe will get less land. The amount of land each tribe gets will depend on the number of its people. Divide the land by drawing lots. And the land each tribe gets will be named for that tribe. Divide the land by drawing lots. Divide it between large and small groups." The tribe of Levi was also counted. These were the family groups of Levi. From Gershon came the Gershonite family group. From Kohath came the Kohathite family group. From Merari came the Merarite family group. These also were Levite family groups, the Libnite family group, the Hebronite family group, the Malite family group, the Mushite family group and the Korahite family group. Kohath was the ancestor of Amram. Amram's wife was named Jochebed. She was from the tribe of Levi. She was born in Egypt. She and Amram had two sons, Aaron and Moses, and their sister Miriam. Aaron was the father of Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu died. They died because they made an offering before the Lord with the wrong kind of fire. The total number of male Levites 1 month old or older was 23,000. But these men were not counted with the other Israelites. They did not receive any of the land that the Lord gave the other Israelites. Moses and Eleazar the priest counted all these people. They counted the Israelites on the plains of Moab across the Jordan River from Jericho. Moses and Aaron the priest had counted the Israelites in the desert of Sinai. But no one Moses counted on the plains of Moab was in the first counting. The Lord had told the Israelites they would all die in the desert. The only two left were Caleb son of Jephunneh and Joshua son of Nun. Zelophehad's daughters. Zelophehad was the son of Heper. Heper was the son of Gilead. Gilead was the son of Machir. Machir was the son of Manasseh. Zelophehad's daughters belonged to the family groups of Manasseh son of Joseph. The daughters' names were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah and Tirzah. They went to the entrance of the meeting tent. There they stood before Moses, Eleazar the priest, the leaders, and all the people. They said, "Our father died in the desert. He was not one of Korah's followers who came against the Lord. Our father died because of his own sin. But he had no sons. Our father's name will die out because he had no sons. Give us property among our father's relatives." So Moses brought their case to the Lord. The Lord said to him, "The daughters of Zelophehad are right. They should get what their father owned. Give them property among their father's relatives. Tell the Israelites, if a man dies and has no son, then everything he owned should go to his daughter. If he has no daughter, then everything he owned should go to his brothers. If he has no brothers, then everything he owned should go to his father's brothers. If his father had no brothers, then everything he owned should go to the nearest relative in his family group. This should be a rule among the people of Israel as the Lord has given this command to Moses." Joshua is the new leader. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Climb this mountain in the Abarim mountains. Look at the land I have given to the Israelites. After you have seen it, you will die as your brother Aaron did. You both acted against my command in the desert of Zin. You did not honor me as holy before the people at the waters of Meribah. This was at Meribah in Kadesh in the desert of Zin. Moses said to the Lord is the God of the spirits of all people. May he choose a good leader for these people. He must go in and out before them. He must lead them out like sheep and bring them in. The Lord's people must not be like sheep without a shepherd. So the Lord said to Moses, Take Joshua son of Nun. My spirit is in him. Put your hand on him. Have him stand before Eleazar the priest and all the people. Then give him his orders as they watch. Let him share your honor. Then all the Israelites will obey him. He must stand before Eleazar the priest. And Eleazar will get advice from the Lord by using the Urim. At his command all the Israelites will go out. At his command they will all come in. Moses did what the Lord told him. Moses had Joshua stand before Eleazar the priest and all the people. Then Moses put his hands on him and gave him orders. This was just as the Lord had told him. Daily offerings. The Lord said to Moses, Give this command to the Israelites. Tell them, Bring me food offerings made by fire. The smell is pleasing to me. Be sure to bring them at the right time. Say to them, These are the offerings you must bring to the Lord. Bring 2-year-old lambs as a burnt offering each day. They must have nothing wrong with them. Offer 1 lamb in the morning and the other lamb at twilight. Also bring a grain offering of 2 quarts of fine flour. It must be mixed with 1 quart of oil from pressed olives. This is the daily burnt offering which began at Mount Sinai. The smell is pleasing to the Lord. Offer 1 quart of wine with each lamb as a drink offering. Pour it out to the Lord at the holy place. Offer the 2nd lamb at twilight. As in the morning, also give a grain offering and a drink offering. This offering is made by fire. Its smell is pleasing to the Lord. Sabbath offerings. On the Sabbath day you must give 2-year-old lambs. They must have nothing wrong with them. Also give a drink offering and a grain offering. The grain offering must be 4 quarts of fine flour mixed with olive oil. This is the burnt offering for the Sabbath. It is in addition to the daily burnt offering and drink offering. Monthly offerings. On the 1st day of each month bring a burnt offering to the Lord. This will be 2 young bulls, 1 male sheep and 7 male lambs a year old. They all must have nothing wrong with them. Give a grain offering with each bull. It must be 6 quarts of fine flour mixed with olive oil. Also give a grain offering with the male sheep. It must be 4 quarts of fine flour mixed with olive oil. Also give a grain offering with each lamb. It must be 2 quarts of fine flour mixed with olive oil. This is a burnt offering. And its smell is pleasing to the Lord. The drink offering with each bull will be 2 quarts of wine. With the male sheep it will be 1 1/2 quarts. And with each lamb it will be 1 quart of wine. This is the burnt offering that must be offered each month of the year. Besides the daily burnt offerings and drink offerings, bring a sin offering to the Lord. It must be 1 male goat. Passover. The Lord's Passover will be on the 14th day of the 1st month. The Feast of Unleavened Bread begins on the 15th day of that month. It lasts for 7 days. You may eat only bread made without yeast. Have a holy meeting on the 1st day of the festival. Don't work that day. Bring these burnt offerings to the Lord, 2 young bulls, 1 male sheep and 7 male lambs a year old. They all must have nothing wrong with them. Also give a grain offering with each bull. It must be 6 quarts of fine flour mixed with olive oil. Give a grain offering with the male sheep. It must be 4 quarts of fine flour mixed with oil. Give a grain offering with each of the 7 lambs. It must be 2 quarts of fine flour mixed with oil. Bring 1 goat as a sin offering. It will remove your sins so you will belong to God. Bring these offerings in addition to the burnt offerings you give every morning. So bring food offerings each day for 7 days. The offering is made by fire. And its smell is pleasing to the Lord. Do it in addition to the daily burnt offering and its drink offering. On the 7th day have a holy meeting. Don't work that day. Feast of Weeks. On the day of first fruits offer new grain to the Lord. This is during the Feast of Weeks. Have a holy meeting. Don't work that day. Give this burnt offering to the Lord, 2 young bulls, 1 male sheep and 7 male lambs a year old. This smell is pleasing to the Lord. Also give a grain offering with each bull. It must be 6 quarts of fine flour mixed with oil. With the male sheep, it must be 4 quarts of flour. With each of the 7 lambs offer 2 quarts of flour. Offer one male goat to remove your sins, so you will belong to God. Bring these offerings and their drink offerings. These are in addition to the daily burnt offering and its grain offering. The animals must have nothing wrong with them.